Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. For today's stream, pag-uusapan natin yung Awra Briguela situation. Now, I did hear of this first last Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken, or Wednesday morning. But I thought of giving it some time for the story to develop further bago natin siya pag-usapan. Now that we have enough details to talk about, that's what we are going to be discussing in today's stream. Now, from now until the 10-minute mark, we are going to be prepping the stream. So please share this stream. And now that you're already here, since you're already here, please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. So, paghahandaan lang natin yung stream. I'll see you at the 10-minute mark. What's up, Philip? Share lang natin tong stream. Maybe Caleb. Is it? I don't know. Yo, Ignatius, what's up? All right. Share. Let's share it to. There you go. Shared. Okay, we're live here also. Hold on. All right. So shared na ba natin? Okay, chat, this is new. So we shared it on our Instagram. We're live now on the other platform. We're also here on YouTube. Na-share na sa Messenger. Na-share na sa... I think we're... Oh, water. All right. Chat, welcome. It's been a while since I've seen you. If I'm not mistaken, ang huli nating stream dito sa YouTube was about 14 days ago. Been too long. Now, I prepared good content for you. You've probably already heard of the Awra Briguela situation. But, and since you already heard about the situation, I want to talk about it in a different way. So, it's gonna be a very well-rounded update from this time it happened, ano yung nangyari over the weekend, ano yung voice ng internet, ano yung pinagsasabi ng mga tao, and then we're gonna put a little lesson learning in the end because honestly, and a little bit of a spoiler here, I think the situation right now is a little overblown and any additional information that we get from this isn't going to add so much value anymore. So, habang naandito na tayo where we can learn things already, let's learn those things para we get to have better insight moving forward kung may lumabas man na bagong information. So, we have 5 more minutes till the stream starts. Let's wait lang. I wanna go to my, there you go, para maipasok ko yung burner ko at mabasa ko yung chat natin from this angle. Oh, thank you, Carlo, for the round Monday. Okay. There you go. Much better. Hey, Paolo. Yeah. Notif na live say yes. Thank you, Ignatius. I'm happy you're here. Thank you also, Philip. We'll start the stream, like I mentioned, in 5 minutes. I have a lot of links here for you. If you haven't heard of the situation yet, if you haven't heard of the different angles, you might get it here today. And also, if you have your own opinion of the situation, kung sa tingin nyo meron kayong insight din na hindi ko nasabi or taliwas sa sasabihin ko, let me know so that we could properly discuss this. I'm sure you've probably already seen a lot of takes and articles on the internet. I think it's worth discussing it maybe one last time before we close this and move on from it, because there's probably going to be another viral thing tomorrow. There's probably going to be another celebrity mishap this coming weekend. That's how it works. Important thing is that we get something good from each of these things happening. Hey, Christian. Kamusta ka, Paolo? Man, parang it feels weird. Well, it kind of does still feel weird because una chat, some good news. We are using the new camera that we purchased. And I don't want to brag about the new camera because there's really nothing to brag about there. Rather, sinasabi ko to kasi kung may mahanap kayong buyer ng old camera, please let me know. It's a Canon M6 Mark II. So, maybe you have a friend who's interested in cameras, looking for another camera. Maybe they want to have a stream camera. Canon Mark 6, Canon M6 Mark II for sale. Good condition po. 8/10 with freebies. Nice. Thank you, Christian, for being here. We'll start the stream in 3 minutes. Wala pa pala tayong music, so let's do that as well. I want new music. So while we still have about 2 minutes, let's look for some good music on Epidemic here. The freebies, well, we're gonna the freebies are going to include a camera rig. You know what? Let me show you really quickly. Here you go, chat. Syempre, online selling pala to. So this is the camera itself. It comes with the rig. So by rig, I mean this cage. So it's to protect it, and so you can add more attachments to it. And the other freebie, the rig is, I think, a couple thousand. And then it's also gonna come with a free speed booster. So a speed booster that will allow you to attach other EF lenses to it. So, speed booster, really good. So, freebies yan. Naging interested sa freebies. Wait lang need to look for a good stream playlist. There. I wonder if this song is any good. Yo, what's up, Abel? Okay. You hear the music? Nah. Too bassy. I want it to be a little lighter, chat. How about this one? Nah. I should research more on mga hidden playlist gems here on Epidemic. Let's just go to our typical playlist for now. Typical copyright-free music from Epidemic. Yan. Okay. All right, let's start this stream. So welcome everybody. It's nice to see you again. Like I mentioned earlier, it's been 14 days since we last saw each other. 12 to 14 days depending on how correct my math is. But it's been too long. I did not mean to be out of YouTube for that long. It's just that last week nagkaroon tayo ng COVID, so we had to quarantine ourselves. And during that quarantine period, with my limited setup, I can only really stream on just one platform at a time. No simulcasting like what we're doing right now. And in that time, I chose to stream vertically. I chose to stream on another platform just because it was also easier for me to do it in that way. So now that we're done with COVID, now na gumaling na tayo, let's now stream and talk about random things on the internet again. Today, not so random, a little viral topic for today. Awra Briguela. Now, I'll get you up to speed because you probably already know a bit of it, pero kung hindi nyo alam kung ano yung nangyayari ngayon sa situation ni Awra Briguela, this is technically how it all started, chat.
Actress and comedian Awra Briguela is detained by police after getting into a brawl at a bar in Poblacion, Makati on Thursday morning, June 29. Video footage circulating on Twitter shows Awra being apprehended by policemen and bouncers.
So that's basically what happened. People woke up to the news that Awra Briguela is in fact is detained, and because of a brawl that she figured herself or she found herself in Makati. Now, I'm not sure if finding herself in a brawl is really the right term here. Napaaway siya, in short. So it's basically just footage. When we all woke up, it's just footage of Awra being arrested for allegedly being in a brawl at Poblacion. Now, the internet was very, very, very quick to act here because the internet automatically, almost across all platforms, from Twitter to Instagram to even on Kumu, may mga nagbe-bring up. Ang sabi nila, well, you know what? Awra seems to not be in the wrong here. Kung may problema man, it's not because of Awra. And people talked about Awra's character. She does have good character. And based on her internet deportment, she's also pretty good over there. So naturally, mga tao, pagtatanggol talaga, oh wait, what happened to the tweet? Naturally, mga tao, ipagtatanggol talaga si Awra. In fact, nagkaroon tayo ng Justice for Awra na hashtag. The hashtag Justice for Awra has been trending on Twitter since Thursday night after Briguela's arrested stirred up a major buzz on social media. The fist fight, which involved Briguela, and multiple bargoers, was captured on video and went viral. Now, people were quick to defend, like I mentioned, and the frenzy even got bigger nung naglabas ng unofficial statement ng isa sa mga matalik na kaibigan ni Awra. This is Zyla. Hold on, let me get her last name correctly. Zyla Nakajima. And she tried to set the record straight with this now deleted Instagram story. This Instagram story looks like this. So basically, in this Instagram story, sabi ni Zyla, this is basically maybe within 24 to 36 hours na lumabas yung video na yon, with people defending Awra almost immediately. Sabi ni Zyla, basically in Bolt Hole Bar in Poblacion, nagkaroon ng hipuan. Nahipuan siya at ng isang friend niya, and ginawa ito ng perpetrator, which is the guy kung sino. I mean, it's the guy basically na nakalaban or nakaaway ni Awra, and the reason behind this brawl is because dinedefend ni Awra si Zyla. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this got people even more heated up because, well, the internet has always loved Awra. Awra is a very good character, and then may bigla pang sinabi na, you know what, dinedefend lang ni Awra yung mga kaibigan ko, and then people started talking about how I think there's even a song na sumikat, mas lalaki pa ang some song like that na lumabas. Now, before we move on how this develops further, because it does get a little twisty here, let me emphasize, chat, na itong klaseng harassment na nangyayari sa mga club, sa mga bar, it's a very real thing. People get harassed, sexually harassed, they get molested, they get touches in places where people shouldn't even be putting their hands on. And this often happens when people are intoxicated and in crowded setups, just like in a club or in a bar. And so, that being said, let's move on. Celebrities began chiming in. Now we have celebrities here saying na, you know what, malitong nangyayari kay Awra, #justice for Awra tayo. We have these artists all claiming that Awra is somebody who's not going to do something like this, at least not start a fight. But then, chat, this is the twisty part that begins happening. CCTV footage was suddenly released. CCTV footage that no other than Christian Gaza was able to get a hold of. Now, let's not talk about the chismis behind this, how Christian Gaza got it, ano yung incentive niya or ano yung motivations niya for releasing it. Point is, siya yung nag-release ng CCTV footage, and basically, we have something that looks like this. Right? I'm gonna mute this right now so that you can just look at the video. So it's basically CCTV footage of Bolt Hole Bar kung saan naganap lahat ng nangyari. So I'm gonna forward this for you, just so you get to see that all angles were naturally captured by this. Now, may nagnanarrate nito, but to save you the time of having to watch all 18 minutes of it, I'm going to read to you the TLDR version over here. Hold on, let me just disable my ad blocker. Over here, the video was being narrated by one of Bolt Hole staff. Briguela and her friends, according to the staff, appeared to be having fun while chatting with a group of men. Among them, complainant Mark Christian Ravana in the morning of June 29. According to the bar staff, Briguela got mad when Ravana refused to undress, supposedly as a condition to have their picture taken with a celebrity. Now, I like the word here. I like, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Rexy. Now, I like the word supposedly here because it tells us that the narration is biased against Briguela. Briguela and her friends could be heard shouting and taunting Mark to undress and show his private parts. At the 9:02 mark, the video began showing Briguela yanking at the shirt of Ravana until the two of them fell on the floor. At this point, Briguela was already getting agitated. Ravana kept walking away from the celebrity, who appeared to be insistent that he remove his shirt and his pants. Again, all of these things can be seen in the CCTV video, which you can watch at your own time. Ravana managed to dodge Briguela's clutches and step out of the bar onto the flight of the stairs going outside, but the star was determined to follow him. The video stopped as the man was out of the building with Briguela close behind him, but the narrator said that this is when the fist fight ensued between the star and Ravana's group. Sometime later, members of the Makati police arrived and arrested Briguela. So, this can actually, itong narration na to where we see na si Briguela ang apparent instigator is actually corroborated by a few more videos uploaded on the internet, which I happen to have found on Reddit. So here is Briguela kind of still agitated at the police station. I don't, there you go.
Pado ako sa'yo. Tulong ka namin ngayon. Ang layo ng bilanto sa Briguela, kuya. Ano yun? Hindi ako natatakot sa inyo.
So basically, it's Briguela in the precinct or in the police station, still arguing, still a little agitated from the event. And then we have more footage here that again corroborates how Briguela's behavior, according to the CCTV, makes sense. Ito pa, more footage. Okay, so they're gonna begin saying some words that I don't think will be allowed to be heard here on YouTube. But basically, this is Briguela initiating some kind of what appears to be harassment or pressuring Ravana to strip his clothes off, to take his clothes off, essentially. Now, with the initial, hold on, let me play some music here. Now chat, with the initial internet coming to Awra's defense, and then all of a sudden nagkaroon tayo ng CCTV footage on it, naturally memes start coming out. So you see this, admittedly medyo nakakatawa talaga yung memes natin. So we have people here saying justice for Awra, and then all of a sudden they see the CCTV. And basically, that's what the internet is trying to make fun of right now. All right. And of course, because the CCTV because the meme started to come about, and with the CCTV footage, the discussion started to take a little turn. People are now kind of questioning if meron bang nag-iba sa mga iniisip natin. Nagkaroon ba kayo ng change of heart after mapanood ang statement ng bar? So let's see some of the comments here. Major blow ito sa LGBTQI+ community at bragging rights na naman sa conservative people. Katatapos lang ng Pride Month, tapos here comes Awra letting her intrusive thought win. Kahit anong virtue signaling ng internet, deserve rin ni Awra mabanish sa shadow realm. Kaya di muna ako nagko-comment kasi wala pang lumalabas na evidence. Hirap pag sobrang bilis ng mga viral video, nagkakaroon ng bias ang control ng narrative. Wala nang presumption of innocence on parties that involved. Na-judge na kaagad sa social media lahat. You also have another thread here that also, again, another conversation na lumitaw because of the new information that we all got because of the CCTV. Ano sa inyo dito kay Kalbo? I'm not sure who Kalbo is here, but feeling ko it's in reference to the police. Nakafocus daw mga tao sa maling issue. Oh, no. Kay Kalbo as in yung personality na Facebook page, si Kalbo. Kitang-kita naman yung unnecessary manhandling ng police, tapos jumping the gun on faulty assumptions. Happy Pride indeed. Nakafocus kasi kayo sa maling issue. The PNP failed to exercise tolerance and she was not read her Miranda rights. The arrest therefore is illegal. Now, I'm not sure if these claims are actually true. I'm not sure if hindi talaga nabasa yung Miranda rights. We're not entirely sure also as well behind the story of the manhandling. We don't have enough information about that right now. We'll talk about it more later. Now, as of today, chat, Awra Briguela released from police custody after posting bail. Actually, not as of today. Published on July 1, so that would have made it Saturday. Nakalabas na siya. If I'm not mistaken, the bail was for 6,000 pesos. And also, as of today, Reddit has technically had it. Ayaw na ng Reddit because of all the bigotry happening, all the awkward comments tulad ng sinabi ni RE na medyo mali. Actually, maling-mali yung sinabi ni RE. Reddit has decided to close all Awra posts or prevent new Awra posts from being made because it's not anymore healthy. There's no improvement in the discussion. Wala na tayong nalalaman or wala na essentially wala na tayong natututunan. Right? So there you have it too. If you want to read more about it, you're gonna have to go through the old Reddit posts over at Reddit. Now, chat, I want to end this stream by by talking about 3 things which I think are the most important takeaways sa nangyari na to with Awra Briguela. That's, after all, the point of this. I mean, we're not gonna get into this just for the tea. I mean, admittedly, it's kind of interesting, right? I mean, it's typical, sobrang typical. You have something viral, people react, may twist. It's a classic story. May twist, people kind of either change their stance to, or they just double down on their initial reaction. It's a classic. The internet loves doing this. So now, the first thing that I want to talk about is, well, masaya naman, like I mentioned, to read on this, to get on the bandwagon and makimarites. But please, be a responsible marites. Don't be too quick to jump on an unverified statement online. We do have that statement from Zyla. Wait, let me get that here. We do have that statement from Zyla, but it was retracted. It was taken down. We don't know why it was taken down. I don't think it's safe to make assumptions just yet kung bakit siya binaba, other than the typical, kapag may legal procedures, you technically can't make any statements online without any public statements online without your attorney's permission, or because it's just not good practice in general. So why it was taken down, we don't know yet. We can only guess at this point. We have to wait for more concrete evidence. That's, I think, very, very important. Nung unang nag-break yung news na to, we only had raw footage of Awra. We also just had some Instagram story by one of her friends, which just got people deeper into their emotions, reacting to the situation, and not really making it healthy for anybody, because wala naman talaga tayong konkretong pinaglalaban. We just have raw everything. Nothing yet has been processed. In fact, we were all shouting for justice for Awra. Awra herself probably hasn't yet sobered down when we were all shouting about it. So number 2, chat. This one is kind of I would say, probably not a common take. Pero ang gusto kong sabihin na pangalawa nating pwedeng matutunan, the people could have handled the situation better. Alright? So the part where Awra was manhandled could be debatable, because there are instances where the use of necessary force by the police is warranted, lalo na kung aggressive yung ina-apprehend. So I'm not sure, because we don't have enough footage, or we don't have the entire story. Pero it could be possible na Awra was resisting arrest. It could be possible na medyo masyado siyang aggressive, and that's why the police started using the necessary force that they had to. It looks a little bad because, of course, we are talking about somebody who is probably half the size of the police arresting. But again, we don't know the complete story. The part, though, that I want to put focus here, where I said na the police could have handled the situation better, is this one, chat. Because I do not like how the police handled this question at all. Let me show you.
Question na maghubad. Bakit niya gagawin yon?
Si Awra is gay. Gusto niyang makita yung magandang katawan.
Hindi sir, mali
There you go.
ka dyan sir. Huwag sir. Huwag ganon.
That's exactly what I want to address pagdating sa paghandle ng police. Now, chat, let us not make assumptions, hasty generalizations about already marginalized communities, because the last thing that we would want to happen are for the wrong people to weaponize this situation and use it against people who are already being discriminated against, because it adds more misconceptions, tulad na lang nung pagsagot ng police na yon. Last, and this is the last thing that I want to talk about today. This one is inspired by the thread that I saw over at Reddit. Sexual assault is not caused by one's gender or sex. In light of the recent drama, I just want to have this reminder, simplehan natin. When a man sexually assaults, it's not because he's a man. When a woman sexually assaults, assaults, it's not because she's a woman. When an LGBT plus person sexually assaults, it's not because they're LGBT. When a person sexually assaults, it's because that specific person is a pervert. Hindi nyo kailangan mag-explain na kesyo may respeto naman ako sa LGBT, pero yung ibang manyak kasi blah 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 blah. Kasi pag pinilitan nyo gender nito ng lalaki or babae, ano lang din pinapoint out nyo? Eh di yung manyak, so ano connect ng gender? Wala. Regardless of whose side you're on, focus on the action of that specific person and not their gender. Because like I mentioned early in this stream, any new information will not add as much value anymore to what's going on. Because to be honest, naging medyo overblown na to. I think these 3 takeaways will be able to allow us to process new information more accordingly, properly. Para lang din hindi na tayo kasing biased in a way that ruins it for everybody. There is one last comment that I want to make. I kind of forgot it. I was supposed to say it earlier, chat. We could also say that in the CCTV footage, nung ninarrate siya, nung taong nagsasalita sa Facebook video, it was definitely biased against Awra, and that if we muted it or if the narration was biased against Ravana, it could have told a different story altogether. That largely at this point is irrelevant, and it's irrelevant only because the actions we saw kind of corroborate with the other videos that were also released. Is this the end? Is this it? No, not at all. I think there will be new information in the next few days, but I think if we have these 3 things: be a responsible marites, call out the police if we have to, and remind ourselves that we focus on the action instead of the gender, lalo na in light of what just happened. I think we'll be able to process new information better. Anyway, this is about where the stream ends, chat. I'm gonna be heading on now to a different platform. I hope to catch you there. Check out my Instagram stories to know where that is. Thank you so much for tonight. This is a deep dive. I might consider making deep dives, just short videos instead of live streams. Oh, that too, of course. Anybody else want to add something that na hindi ko na cover? Yeah, Abel, yung nabanggit mo kanina na if the woman in the bra top was harassed, why hasn't she filed the report or an official police report? We don't know. Don't know. It could be anything, chat. I mean, of course, that's a very questionable very questionable act, diba? Nag-release siya ng online statement essentially slandering the perpetrators or the other party. Pero bakit walang official statement? Could it mean na mali or made up lang or fabricated lang lahat yun? Could it mean na I don't know. We don't know at this point. We can only really make assumptions we can only really make good, substantiated opinions on facts, actually. I mean, on your second statement, though, Abel, I think, of course, it is appropriate to defend your friends. Sometimes we do this because we do this even knowing full well that it's going to be at the expense of our own personhood. We protect our friends at all times. I think this is true even outside of this situation. And yeah, of course, Ron, know your rights when arrested. Especially that Miranda rights thing. We don't know kung talagang nasabi or hindi. I haven't caught any information on that. Wala rin ako nakitang video on it. Alright, chat. So this is where the stream ends. I will see you in just a bit. Check out my Instagram stories to know where we're gonna see each other next. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye, Ron. Bye, Jax. Bye, Abel. How do I end this? Na-exit natin yung YouTube. How do we do this, chat? We exited the live. Oh, there you go. Bye-bye, everybody.